In the quiet town of Auraiya, Uttar Pradesh, March 2025 feels like any other spring. The mustard fields sway under a warm sun, and the streets of Nagla Deepa hum with the chatter of daily life, farmers bartering, kids chasing kites. But in one corner of the village, a wedding is stealing the spotlight. Dilip Yadav, a 25-year-old Hydra driver with a steady hand and a dreamer's heart, is marrying Pragati Yadav, a young woman from a nearby village. The ceremony is a burst of color. Marigolds strung across doorways, drums echoing through the night. Dilip's grin lights up the crowd, but Pragati's smile is tighter, her eyes darting. Ever been to a celebration where something feels just a little wrong? Dilip's the guy everyone likes. He's up at dawn, hauling loads across the district, saving every rupee for a better life. He's got plans, a bigger business, maybe a new home for his bride. Pragati, though, is an enigma. She's 24, soft-spoken, with a beauty that turns heads. To the guests, she's just shy, overwhelmed by the leap from her father's house to Dilip's. But there's a secret buried deep, one that's been growing for 4 years. Pragati's heart belongs to Anurag Yadav, a local with a charming smile and no prospects to match. What happens when the life you want clashes with the one you're given? Pragati and Anurag's love story started in stolen glances and secret meetings in the fields. They'd talk for hours, dreaming of a future where family expectations didn't matter. But in Auraiya, tradition is ironclad. When Pragati's parents caught wind of Anurag, they shut it down. He was a nobody, they said, no match for their daughter. Dilip, on the other hand, was stable, reliable, a perfect son-in-law. Pragati begged to refuse, but her protests fell on deaf ears. The wedding was set for March 5, 2025, and she was expected to play her part. Post-wedding, Pragati moves into Dilip's home, a modest brick house filled with hope. The Muhdikhai ceremony brings cash and gold, gifts to start their life together. Dilip's gentle, checking on her, offering small gestures like a warm shawl or a cup of chai. But Pragati's distracted, her phone buzzing late into the night. She's texting Anurag, their old promises now laced with desperation. Anurag's not handling this well. He's restless, his love for Pragati curdling into something darker. Can love push you to a point where right and wrong blur? By March 15th, just 10 days into the marriage, the cracks are showing. Neighbors notice Pragati's coldness. She barely speaks to Dilip, her eyes glued to her phone. Dilip, ever patient, thinks she's homesick. But Pragati and Anurag are weaving a plan. Anurag knows Ramji Nagar, a local thug who'll do anything for a price. Pragati's got access to the wedding hall, Rs2 lakh, scraped together from selling jewelry and pocketing cash gifts. Their whispers turn to action. Dilip's in the way, and he needs to go. The quiet fields of Palia village, far from prying eyes, will be their stage. How far would you go to hold on to someone you love? It's March 19th, 2025, and the evening sun casts long shadows over Palia village. Dilip Yadav's riding his motorcycle, thinking he's meeting a business contact. Ramji Nagar, a wiry man with a reputation for trouble, has lured him to a secluded wheat field with a fabricated story. Dilip's trusting, always chasing the next opportunity. Ever followed your gut into a situation only to realize too late it's a trap? Ramji's waiting, his nerves steady despite the weight of the job. He's done shady work before, roughing up debtors, settling scores. But this is a step up. A blade gleams in his hand, a country-made pistol tucked in his waistband. As Dilip steps into the field, Ramji moves fast. The blade strikes first, slashing deep, followed by a gunshot that echoes through the stalks. Dilip crumples, blood soaking the earth, his body torn by wounds. Ramji flees on his bike, leaving chaos in his wake. A farmer finds Dilip, his breath shallow, his clothes drenched red. The village springs to life. Shouts, running feet, panic. Police from Bidhuna station arrive, loading Dilip into an ambulance. At the community health center, doctors fight to stabilize him, but the injuries are savage. Multiple stab wounds, a bullet lodged in his chest. He's transferred to Sci-Fi. Then Gwalior, finally Agra, as his family clings to hope. Can you picture the desperation, watching someone slip away despite every effort? Pragati plays the devastated bride, her tears convincing at the hospital. She holds Dilip's mother's hand, whispering comforts. Anurag stays out of sight, blending into his village routine. Ramji's back at his usual haunts, acting like nothing's happened. But on March 21st, Dilip's fight ends. His death rocks Nagladeepa. His mother's wails pierce the air. His father's silence speaks louder. The police file a murder case, but the killers are ghosts. No witnesses, no motive, at least not yet. Who targets a man like Dilip with no enemies to his name? Superintendent Abhijit R. Shankar takes charge, a cop known for cracking tough cases. His team's up against it. No leads, just a body and a grieving family. The community's buzzing with theories. Bandits, a business feud, even a random attack. But a villager's tip shifts the tide. The Trinetra CCTV system, a patchwork of cameras across Auraiya, caught Dilip riding with Ramji Nagar. The police drag Ramji in, and he folds fast. He confesses Pragati and Anurag hired him for Rs 2 lakh to kill Dilip. Pragati paid up front. Using wedding jewelry and cash, Anurag set the plan in motion. How does a love story twist into a murder plot in just 2 weeks? On March 24th, Pragati and Anurag are arrested. Their secret affair now a village scandal. But Ramji's confession points to 2 more. Players, Durlab, Yadav, Eka Pintu, and Shivam Yadav. Local toughs who helped with the hit. They're still out there, and the police are scrambling. The investigation's messy. False leads, reluctant witnesses, and a community torn between shock and gossip. Pragati's family disowns her. Anurag's sister begs for her family's name to be spared. The net's closing, but it's not tight yet. Can the police outsmart 2 armed fugitives before they vanish? By March 27, 2025, Auraiya's holding its breath. Pragati, Anurag, and Ramji are in custody. But Durlab and Shivam, each with a Rs 25,000 bounty, are still free. SP Shankar's team is relentless, combing the district for leads. A tip comes in late. Durlab and Shivam are hiding near Shahbazpur Bamba, a lonely stretch in the Sahar area. Ever wonder what it takes to hunt killers in the dead of night? At 12:30 a.m., the police set up a checkpoint, their flashlights slicing through the dark. 2 figures appear on a motorcycle, Durlab and Shivam. They spot the cops and panic, pulling out pistols and firing wildly. The night explodes with gunfire. The police shoot back, hitting both men in the legs. They collapse, cursing and bleeding, and are rushed to Sahar Community Health Center, then a medical college. They're alive, but their run is over. Interrogations fill in the gaps. Pragati's confessions are cold. She sold her wedding gold and used. Mohadihai cash to pay Ramji Rs 1 lakh up front, promising another lakh post-murder. Anurag was the linchpin, recruiting Ramji, who pulled in Durlab and Shivam for muscle. The motive was simple but brutal. Pragati's love for Anurag couldn't coexist with her marriage to Dilip. They thought killing him would clear the path. But can you erase a life and expect to walk free? The police recover the tools of the crime. A bloodied blade, a crude pistol, and the motorcycle from the CCTV footage. SP Shankar faces the press, his voice calm but heavy. 8 days, he says. That's how long it took to crack this case. The evidence is airtight. Confessions, footage, weapons. The case is solved, but the scars run deep. Dilip's family buries him quietly, his mother leaving marigolds at his grave daily. How do you rebuild when trust is shattered so completely? Auraiya's left reeling. The case echoes a recent murder in Meerut, where another woman and her lover killed her husband, sparking debates about forced marriages and desperate choices. Social media's alight. Some call Pragati a villain, others a victim of circumstance. Anurag's seen as a lovesick fool or a ruthless plotter, depending on who's talking. Ramji, Durlab, and Shivam are just hired hands, men who traded a life for cash. What drives someone to kill for a paycheck? As the trial looms, Auraiya grapples with its new reality. The fields of Palia, once a place of quiet beauty, now hold the memory of Dilip's blood. His family mourns, supported by neighbors but haunted by questions. Pragati's family faces ostracism, their name tainted. Anurag's sister speaks out, distancing her family from his actions. The story's closed, but it lingers. A cautionary tale of love turned lethal. In Auraiya, they'll recount this for years, a reminder that secrets, like seeds, can grow into something deadly.